Certainly I love Kim Jong-un. Hello, I can see you there. We are Eye of Wolf Productions. I am Nick.
And I'm Amelia, and together we'll be creating a short, independent thriller mystery film.
We are very excited about it.
Let's start with the characters.
The character that Grace will be playing is the anxiety-riddled girl that has left her home for reasons unknown. I will be playing the villain, shown here. The villain is only referred to as the hooded figure.
Now, let's move on to the plot. We start off in urban London.
When we see an anxious-looking girl.
The girl appears to be buying a train ticket to somewhere. Then we see the girl travelling on the train to a remote location in the countryside.
The point of this is to have the audience confused as to why she's doing this. This is the beginning of our mystery element, which we hope to develop throughout the film.
When she's arrived at her location, she sets up a tent in a field near a forest.
Throughout this, we see a montage of her making do in the tent, such as starting a fire with old equipment and a gas cooker.
However, we start to see some curious things unfold in the story.
Yes, Amelia. What we see is occasional short flashbacks of the girl's life before she ran away, which may explain why she did run away. However, the flashbacks aren't quite enough to explain why she's taken such extreme action.
This will help to develop our
mystery element.
Spoiler alert, but we actually see the hooded figure previously in London and on the train, but only with a casual hoodie.
And there's one more thing about the hooded figure.
What is it, Nick?
Well, the hooded figure actually represents the girl's anxiety, chasing her to the ends of the earth.
So, the interesting question is what happens next? And when does the hooded figure properly show up?
After we've seen the girl setting up her new home, and after a few flashbacks, she decides to go and take a walk in the woods.
Always an intelligent thing to do in a thriller film.
Okay, so she's walking the woods. Then what?
Far off in the distance, beyond the trees, we see what appears to be a hooded figure. The girl has her back to it, so the audience can only see it for a short moment, and the girl gets a sense that something is watching her. She turns around sharply and it disappears.
Stop it. You're giving it away.
It's another point of this pitch.
Well, the girl heads back to her tent, reassuring herself there is no one else in the forest. It is now late evening. But then, just before the forest starts, at the other end of the field, far away from the tent, the girl turns around to clearly see the hooded figure. She blinks, then it disappears.
The girl, being slightly shaken, goes into a tent and starts organising herself for bed.
Only then do we see a shot from outside the tent of the hooded figure standing near the back of the tent. We cut back to the girl in her tent, and the audience can see the figure behind her.
But she can't see it. Let's just say there's a dramatic showdown between the girl and the hooded figure.
It is a very exciting film. However, we can't reveal too much. You'll have to go and see it for yourself in the cinemas.
We're not putting it in cinemas. Moving on, we've been inspired by films like Shutter Island and Split because of the focus on the human mind.
Shutter Island is about a detective who is trying to find an escaped criminally ill patient on an island reserved for an asylum. Creepy.
And Split is about a man with multiple personalities, some more dangerous than the other, and can get in the way with each other.
Despite this being a typical Hollywood approach to mental health, it still inspired us to do a version of our own, hopefully more relatable to the audience.
The title of our film is Runaway.
We are Eye of Wolf Productions.
And we hope you look forward to seeing the film.
Goodbye!